You're sitting with her. Conversation is flowing. She's laughing at your jokes. Everything feels good. Then suddenly, she goes quiet. You ask if she's okay. She says, "I'm fine." But something shifted. You felt it. You just can't explain what happened or why. Sound familiar? Here's the truth most men never figure out. What a woman shows you on the outside and what she's actually thinking on the inside are two completely different worlds. And today, we're going inside that world. In this video, you're going to discover 7 things that are constantly running through a woman's mind. Things she thinks about deeply, privately, and repeatedly, but will never say to your face. We're talking about how she already has a future pictured in her head before you've even asked her out. How she's quietly testing you without you realizing it. What she actually means when she says nothing at all. And the one thing she desperately wants from you that almost no man ever gives her. By the end of this video, you'll understand women on a level most men spend their entire lives confused about. Let's get into it. Number 1. She has already imagined a future with you. The moment a woman feels even a small attraction to a man, something switches on in her mind. She doesn't just see you as you are right now, she projects forward. She imagines what it would be like to be with you, where you'd go, what your life together might look like. And here's the part that will blow your mind. She does all of this within the first few conversations, sometimes within hours of meeting you. But she'll never say it. Because saying it out loud feels vulnerable. It feels like too much, too fast. So she keeps it locked away and acts casual, while internally she's already 3 steps ahead. What this means for you, women are always thinking deeper than they show. That calm, unbothered surface, it's hiding a lot. Number 2, she notices everything you do and files it away. Men think women aren't paying attention. That is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Women are wired to observe. It's deep in their psychology. They notice the small things, the way you treat a waiter, whether you remembered something she said 2 weeks ago, the tone you used when you were frustrated. And here's what she does with all of that information. She builds a picture. Every small action you take either adds to your value in her eyes or quietly removes it. She won't tell you she noticed. She won't bring it up. But rest assured, it's all been logged. Women have a mental file on every man they're interested in, and it's being updated constantly. The lesson here is simple. Never assume she isn't watching, because she always is. Number 3, she tests you on purpose. This one is going to make a lot of things suddenly make sense. Women test men. It's not always conscious. It's not always cruel. But it's real. And it happens more than you think. She might go quiet to see if you'll chase her. She might say, "I'm fine," when she's clearly not, to see if you'll push deeper. She might cancel plans once to see how you respond. Why does she do this? Because words are easy. Any man can say the right thing. But behavior under pressure? That tells her who you really are. She's not trying to make your life difficult. She's trying to find out if you're solid, if you're consistent, if you're worth trusting with something as precious as her emotions. Pass her tests not by playing games back, but by being genuinely unshakable, calm, confident, and consistent. That is what she's actually looking for. Number 4, she wants to be chosen, not just wanted. We've arrived at number 4, and if you were paying attention at the start of this video, this is exactly what I was talking about. The one thing she desperately wants, that almost no man ever gives her. There is a difference between a man wanting a woman and a man choosing a woman. And women feel that difference deeply. Wanting is easy. Wanting is physical. Wanting is surface level. But choosing? Choosing says, out of everyone I could have, I want you specifically. I see you, I pick you. Imagine this. 2 men tell a woman she's beautiful. One says it to every woman he meets. The other says it rarely. But when he does, you know he means it deeply. Which one do you think makes her feel more? The one who chooses deliberately, every single time. Women don't just want to be desired, they want to feel irreplaceable. Make her feel chosen, not just wanted. and you will unlock a level of loyalty and affection most men never experience. Number 5, she compares you, even when she doesn't mean to. Here's a truth that might sting a little, but it will serve you well. Women constantly compare, not always consciously, but the mind naturally measures. She's thinking about how you handle pressure compared to her ex, how you communicate compared to her friend's husband, how you treat her compared to what she's seen as possible. She won't tell you this because it sounds harsh. Nobody wants to say, "I'm mentally scoring you against other men." But understanding this actually gives you power. Because it means every time you show up well, every time you're patient, attentive, emotionally steady, you're winning in a comparison she's running in the background. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to consistently be better than the doubt she carries from past experiences. That's a bar you could clear. Number 6, she craves depth, even if she can't always explain it. Ask most men what women want, and they'll say looks, money, status. And while those things matter, they miss what women actually hunger for at the deepest level: connection. Real, genuine, I can be myself around you connection. Women think about this constantly. They want a man who can go beyond the surface, who asks real questions and actually listens to the answers, who makes her feel seen, not just looked at. The men who understand this have an enormous advantage, because most men never go there. Most men keep things light, surface level, easy. But a man who can sit with a woman in a real conversation, who isn't afraid of emotion, depth, or vulnerability, that man becomes unforgettable to her. Depth is not weakness. For a woman, depth in a man is one of the most attractive things that exists. Don't be afraid to go there. Number 7, she already knows if she'd be with you. Last one. And this one is going to stay with you. Women decide very quickly whether a man is a potential partner or just a person in their life. And once that decision is made, it's very hard to move from one category to the other. She won't tell you which category you're in. She'll be friendly either way. She'll laugh at your jokes either way. She'll have conversations with you either way. But internally, she already knows. She knew within the first few interactions. This isn't meant to discourage you. It's meant to sharpen you. Because the men who end up in the right category, the ones she genuinely considers, are the ones who showed up with confidence, depth, and intention from the very beginning. First impressions for women aren't just about looks. They're about energy, presence, how you make her feel in those first moments. Get that right and everything else becomes possible. So there you have it. 7 things women think about every single day, wow, but will never say out loud. She's already pictured a future with you. She's watching and filing every move you make. She's quietly testing you to see if you're solid. She wants to be chosen, not just wanted. She's comparing you to a standard running silently in the background. She craves real depth and connection. And she already has a feeling about where you stand, probably from the very first interaction. Now you know what's really going on inside her mind. And here's what I want you to remember. This isn't about playing games or manipulation. It's about understanding. Because the man who truly understands a woman is the man she never wants to lose. Now I want to hear from you. Which one of these 7 points hit closest to home? Have you ever been in that situation where she said, "I'm fine," and you knew something was off? Drop your experience in the comments below. I read every single one, and I'd love to know your story. If this video opened your eyes, give it a thumbs up and share it with a man in your life who needs to hear this. Because you might just change how he sees the woman right in front of him. For more videos that go this deep into female psychology and relationships, hit that subscribe button right now and click the notification bell so you never miss one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.